Hey folks, Charles75 in here, or Dr. Fabric Top if you prefer. I am back with my brother Ed's Galveston Telecaster that we're going to go ahead and fabric top in this American Eagle fabric, and it is going to be so patriotic and wonderful, and he's going to absolutely love it. But before we can do that, we need to go ahead and strip it apart. Now looking at the guitar, the neck feels really nice, and the body's got a bunch of bumps and bruises on it, but there's something that's really annoying in the finish. There's a center board running down the length of the body and then the two wings. And where the center board is, you can see all the lines in the finish. And it's really weird. It's like they didn't bother to sand it or whatever the case may be. You know, and so it doesn't come out too well on the video until we get right there. You see? You can see those lines I'm talking about. And that's only in that length of where that center area is. Now, but before we can go ahead and take care of that, we need to go ahead and blow this thing apart before we can go ahead and start sanding it down. So let's get this neck off of here first. All right. Take that off, get that out of here, flip this over, okay, and our neck is gone. I'd throw it, but then I'd have to fix whatever happened, so hold on. Alright, so now, whenever I have a guitar I'm not going to do a whole bunch of rewiring on, what I'll do is I will pop off the control cavity or get access to the pots. And what I want to do is, I want to find which which pickup is wired where, so that when I go to put it back together, I don't have to come up with a diagram or wonder how whoever wired it before. If it worked, it worked. And so in order to do that, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take off the bridge, and I'm going to pull the bridge up and down once I got it off, and I'm going to pull the bridge up. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take off the bridge, and once I have the bridge, just connect up on it, and it's going to show me where those wires are going, and from there we'll just simply, that's right, Charles, cause more damage to it. From there we'll just simply go ahead and I'm going to mark those with some tape, and then I know those two leads are from the bridge pickup. And it's really simple. You don't have to complicate everything. So that way it's just a matter of I can just cut those, and then when it's time to come back later, I will just go ahead and reattach them right where they were before. And of course, we got 4 screws down here holding the bridge on, so that makes it all kinds of fun. It just occurred to me that everything I'm saying right now probably going to go away, because we're probably going to speed this up. Because how many of you guys really want to watch me unscrew a bridge from a guitar? I don't think so. I really don't. Yeah, it is a little hot in here. I tried filming with my, swamp cooler on, and it just made too much noise and ruined the video. So, I don't know, maybe we'll put a pod mic up here on the table or something, and maybe that won't pick up on that if we do it unidirectional this way. But on that phone, it just picks it up everywhere. Okay. All right, so now this is kind of nice because they've actually done some work for us here. The wiring from the pickup, you can see from the neck pickup is white and black, and the wiring from the bridge is red. So I won't even need to use my little tape trick. I said, okay, fine. But what I am going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to snip that as close to there as possible, just leaving enough of that red wire. You know, pull that all the way through. Now I want to see.
All right, so right here, all we want to do is go ahead and disconnect all the wires and start pulling everything out so we can go ahead and strip out this body and get it ready to receive the fabric. So got to remember here to go ahead and to pull out the output jack, take off the pick guard. One of the interesting things here as we start taking out the pick guard, the pickup is directly routed into the cavity. And so I start undoing the screws for the pickup, and there's so much dirt in this cavity that it just kind of holds on to the pickup and doesn't want to let it go.
So one of the great things about projects like this is every now and then you get to have a new tool day. And my brother Ed's a big fan of Harbor Freight, and so am I. I really kind of like the Bauer line of tools. Inexpensive, they get the job done, and they're pretty reliable. But because I'm doing this, and in honor to him, let's go ahead. We got ahead and we got a 5-inch random oracle sander here, and that's going to go ahead and help us get this job done a lot quicker. And yes, Pencombs, I am using a 400 grit to start with, but I do have a box over here that has from 1500 grit all the way up to 10,000, just in case you were wondering. All right, so safety first. Lots of fine particulates in the air. You got to protect your lungs, whether you're spraying or whether you're sanding. So we're going to go ahead and throw the mask on. All right.
So one of the really important things here is to go ahead and let the sander do the work. Don't force down on it. That way you won't be creating a bunch of problems that you're just going to have to go ahead and fix later.
Okay, so I probably could have made this gone a lot quicker if I went to a 200 or even an 80 like I usually start. But you could already see that on the edges where the finish is a lot thinner, and yes, it's always thinner on your edges, that we've gone ahead and already made some good headway in just the little bit of time that we've been doing it. But, you know, just to kind of go to some of what I was talking about in the finish, a lot of the waviness that was here in the block, I saw just by, you know, I haven't even really gotten to the color down. And so a lot of it's already kind of come out. All right, so let me go ahead and finish sanding this because you really don't want a video of me sanding for freaking 4 hours. So we're going to keep working on it, and we'll show you what it looks like when we're done. All right. All right, so here we have it. We've got our body all stripped of the paint. It's all sanded down. You can see that we've gotten the sides, the back, everywhere. And it was actually a pretty nice body to start off with. You start looking at it. So our next step here is going to be to go ahead and route for the binding. I like to do that next, and then go ahead and start putting the fabric down. Unfortunately, that does mean there's going to be a delay in the project because the blue binding I ordered never arrived, and the red binding that I ordered was more purple than red. And so we're going to have to reorder those and get them in. I want to have all the binding in to measure properly before I actually route for it. So we'll route for the binding, and we'll start putting fabric down, and we'll get this project moving. As always, enjoy your guitar journey, and thank you for being part of mine.